Hey guys, this is Gova, the Holy City Driver, coming at you on this lovely Wednesday, strike day. Oh man, I've been hearing it across every forum. You know, a lot of drivers aren't doing it. There's some of us that are doing it, and I've had a couple arguments since I posted the video yesterday and the day before, or last week about it. Listen, guys, if you've been driving less than I would say about 6 months, you don't know how the old surge worked. You don't know how we used to get the multiplier, and we got paid that too. The rider paid it, and we got paid it. Now, Uber and Lyft hasn't launched it here in South Carolina yet, but it will launch. And I'm telling y'all guys now, when it does launch, that's going to be the time when you're going to look back like this and go, why didn't I just take a stand whenever everybody else was already doing it? You know? But I'm watching riders get charged a multiplier. I was working last night up till midnight. At midnight, I called it quits like I said I would. I haven't driven since midnight. I've spent time, went out, did a few things, went and looked at some things, checked out some things up here in Columbia that I haven't been able to do yet. And, I was talking to a few drivers, and, my phone was getting blown up about it and this, that, and the other. Some of the guys who have my numbers. And, some of y'all just don't care. Or you are so stuck in the way Uber and Lyft are paying you, and you are content with doing how they want it done. I remember a time when we used to make a lot of money. You could run one day and make about $500-600 in a day. Now you got to run a whole week just to be lucky to make that. And I saw a driver post. She does 120, 130 rides a week. And she's like, yeah, I work all day and I make about $200 a day. Guys, you should be able to work all day and make more money than that. We deserve that. I was watching the surges last night, and I haven't completely gone over the numbers yet. I will be doing that today. That's going to be part of my strike day stuff, is I'm going to get some information stuff put together for you guys. And I'm going to start showing y'all some proof from the years that I've been driving and the years that other drivers have been driving. And I'm going to show you why this strike meant so much to a lot of us. And, one day, guys, is all we were asking for. One day. Take one day. Take a Wednesday. Wednesday, traditionally, in most markets I work in, is one of your slowest days. So I was saying, take one day. Spend time with your families. Spend time doing something fun. Relax a little bit. But there's a lot of drivers who don't know that, and they are so stuck in what they got to get done. Listen, guys, I do this full time right now. I won't be for long. If everything goes correctly, I have a potential very, very, very good job offer on the table right now that I will be taking. And I can't go into much details about it. I like to say, it's a contracted job. Depending on how everything goes, it could lead to something very long term and very good money for me. With that being said, I'm going to be taking a backsided burner to driving rideshare. I'll still go out and drive. And listen, guys, even though I'm going to be doing this, once I get after the training portion is done, I'll be on a schedule where I don't go to work till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll be going 3 to midnight. Somewhere in there. I think it's what they're saying. It's like 11 midnight, somewhere in there. And whenever I do this, I will be getting things done. I'm going to take more of a backseat approach to this. I've been reaching out to the organization that is trying to grow this whole strike bit, the main organization. Because there's a lot of drivers who want to back them, but the drivers don't have, even me, I'm finding information out through people. There's no organization to it. And I think if we had better organization, the newer drivers and the skeptic drivers would be more than happy to get on board. Drivers right now are calling for Ubers. We're sending a message, hey, turn your apps off. We're on strike, and canceling. I understand how that's getting frustrated to the drivers that are out working in this. But we're trying to do this to show you something. Everybody says strikes don't work. Listen, guys, Uber is now a publicly traded company. So is Lyft. They are not a private company no more. Since they are publicly traded, the board of directors has to immediately respond to the shareholders. And the shareholders can hold the board accountable. And, everything is centered on that dollar. We are Uber and Lyft's backbone. The drivers. Our vehicles. Our vehicles are the ones that get wear and tear on them, not their stuff. Our time on the road is, you need to put a value on your time. And guys, listen, I'm going to post this video on the channel for sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to put this one on Facebook. Just for the simple fact is I know what kind of criticism it's going to bring. And quite frankly, I'm just sick and tired of some of these drivers that just don't want to take 5 minutes and listen. A lot of them are ignorant. A lot of them are stubborn. I talked to a guy yesterday, and he's like, I'm not from South Carolina originally. Unions worked where I was at, but then again, he said some unions don't work. But he likes what he sees Uber and Lyft trying to do for the union-wise. Us drivers trying to get together and organize something. Listen, we are independent contractors. As independent contractors, we get a chance to negotiate contracts in the real world. We have not had no negotiations at all about what's going on. Whenever I signed up with Uber and Lyft, it was a 75-25 split. I got 75% of the fare. Uber got 25%. And then I watched Uber started raising the booking fee, which is their share. I watched them slowly but surely raise it while they cut the rate for the driver. They cut us back. I remember when Uber X was we were getting paid $1 and some change a mile. That was pretty decent money back then. You could take a 20-mile trip, make a $20 bill, one run. You could do 3 or 4 of those an hour. You're making $80 to $90 an hour. You work a whole day, you're making good money. If you're getting lucky for those long trips, if you're in that kind of area. Even the short trips we were making more money on because they had the minimum fares higher. So we got a higher piece of the minimum. The minimum fare is, from what I understood, was $5 at one point in time. And we would get $3 of it. And that's the way it was for years. And now whenever it's surging, we get extra $1.50, $2, $5, $8. But in some cases, if it's a longer ride, the rider's paying a hell of a lot more. And us drivers are, we're catching the devil for it. And here's something you guys don't understand too. If you are a new driver and you haven't done your taxes yet, we are Schedule C. Uber and Lyft do not give you a 1099 unless you made over $20,000. Yes, that is correct. And you can ask any driver who's been driving over a year and they can tell you that. And what that means is with Schedule C, you have to claim on your taxes how much you made. Well, Uber says you make this much when truly you made this much. They put down that you made the entire fare, what their cut is and everything. And they say, well, this was our cut of the fees. This was the booking fee. This, and this. And they break it down for you. Well, you have to use that as a deduction. But 9 times out of 10, everybody looks at your gross income. They look at that gross income number. That big number is like, how much did you make this year? And not your actual net income. And that's where a lot of drivers are getting hurt right now because, I know a few drivers out there, they are disabled. And they're trying to do this and make a little bit more money on top of their disability checks. Well, their disabilities are seeing that, hey, you're making this much money off that gross number. When truly they're making this much money. 50, 60, 70% less now than what Uber's taking. Than what you're actually making. And people are losing their benefits because of that. That's what this strike is for. This strike isn't just for a higher pay raise. It's not for, what's going. It's not for, the surges alone. It's a combination of things, guys. And sorry I'm blabbing on here a little bit. I had to make this video. And listen, guys, I thank y'all for y'all's time. This is going to be it on this video. Put a thumbs up if you liked it, if you watch all the way to the end. And listen, guys, share the crap out of these videos. It's time for us drivers to take a stand. It's time for us to show the world where we are and who we are. Y'all have a wonderful day.